Hey guys, I wanted to give you a little bit of help. If have you ever gotten to taken the SAT or ACT or at least do some of the prep, and you get to problems like right here, where, hey, I recognize, it says end of the x, end of the y. I recognize working with exponents and if variables and the exponent and stuff, but I've never seen this where it says, okay, which of the following must be true. Because the truth is that you don't see these in real school, and that's the trick. And to be honest, these are more common on the SAT, although you might see them near the end of the ACT, so you really should be ready if you're taking either. So most students, even if you're doing well in school, will look at this and first react to me, what are you talking about? So this is hopefully going to help give you a little bit of a taste of it so you're a little bit aware of how we would approach this. And I'm going to be honest how I would approach this if I'm coming in taking this one. Okay, so I read the question and it says if n to the x over n to the y equals n squared, okay, that means that must be true for all. So they're saying n can't be 0, so don't even think about that. Which of the following of these has to be true? Okay, what are they saying? Like for f, can x plus y, whatever they are, add to 2? All right. To be honest, what are we talking about? Like, this isn't familiar. I'm not. I've done like all kinds of exponent work and negative exponents, but where is this question? So we have to be aggressive. I like to say be aggressive with this. Just start throwing in numbers. So what do I mean? Well, and I'm not sure what they want me to do here. And so just a little asterisk here. There's a real way to solve this, which I'll show you after. But let's say you wouldn't think that. Maybe you'd get it after someone told you, but you're under pressure, you're trying to move fast. Here's a fallback method. So again, I see, okay, here's a choice. It says x plus y is 2. Okay, so how about if x is 2 and y is 0? That's this statement. Will this make sense up here? So what do we have again? It says, I'm going to put this here again, n to the x over n to the y equals n squared. Okay, so let me plug in. So I have, I'm saying, what if x is 2? So instead of this x, I'm going to write n to the 2. And then I said, how about if y is 0? Because again, I'm fulfilling this information here. So let's see what happens. So if I have, if y here is 0, and it's sort of like, does this still equal n squared? Well, look at this now. N to the 0. Remember, anything to the 0 is 1. Hey, that works. Okay, but I could have chosen instead of x is 2 and y is 2. What if I had just said, hey, x is 1 and y is 1? Does that work? Because this is still true for this. Going back to the drawing board, I have n to the x. I'm going to go, okay, let me say n to the first. I'll just write the 1. And it's over n to the y. So if I'm guessing 1 for y, I get over n to the first. And does that equal n squared? Well, no, because they cancel, right? Okay, so that's not true. I just eliminated that. And then, so let me try, go on to g. So let's say it says x minus y is 2. Well, what could be possible for that? Well, if x minus y is 2, maybe x could be 3 and y is 1. Okay, let's just experiment with that. So the top number was n. It was to the x again, so I'm going to go n to the third over the bottom is n to the y. So I said this was a positive 1, right? I'll do to the 1 and then go, hey, is that n squared? Well, yes, it is. How do I know? Oh, the rule, you go 3 minus 1. So that does work. Now, to be honest, here is where I'm at with this. I will get the answer this way. I will. So the question is, I have taken a little bit of time, and, so you kind of have to think, okay, am I pretty good with time? Am I going to finish anyway? Hey, then by all means, keep going with the strategy, right? Or sometimes what will happen, like in the SATs, maybe the end problems are so difficult that you get to some of them and you have no idea what to do. You can't even plug in things. So now you don't know that when you're taking it. You don't know what it's going to be at the end. So maybe I get to this point and I go, okay, well, I already, I know it can't be F, so I'm going to guess randomly between, the rest of the answers. Or maybe by now, sometimes you'll pick up the pattern. So Notice when I was doing this last part, I said, okay, if it's n to the third over n to the 1, what do? Well, we go subtract these exponents, right? Because, you know, if you had, say, x to the 7 over x to the 4th, you know that rule. Look over here. This is the actual mathematical way to do it, is we have the same base. So really, this right here can be written as n to the x take away the y, right down here. Okay? So if we write n to the x minus y, and we say, okay, that equals n squared. Hey, look at there. Now we've got the same base, This is a squared. This is the exponent of this side. This x minus y has to equal that 2. I now know x minus y has to equal 2. So which of the following must be true? This is how you would get this. So what I hope you get out of this is that you're going to see, especially in the SAT, but you're going to see kind of near the end, they're going to take things that you already know how to do, like this rule, and they're going to twist it and make you figure out the riddle. If you don't see it right away, throw in some numbers, and you can't always, but sometimes you can, and sometimes you'll eliminate answers. Sometimes you might not get it. Sometimes you may be able to figure out the pattern, but I like to have students be aggressive and go, okay, I don't know what to do. I'm going to start throwing in numbers and see if I can see anything develop.